You played at Independence High School under Tom Knotts himself. What was he like from a player's perspective?
He was a big-time perfectionist, just doing things the right way, his way. He's the type of guy, if you think you're going to come in and do it your way, you won't be playing for Independence very long. And he's just hard-nosed coach. I mean, one of the best. So when you come in, you're ready to listen to him. You're ready. If you want to be great, if you want to win, then that's the program you want to play for. He's the coach you want to play for.
As a highly rated recruit, you came down to North Carolina and South Carolina, but ultimately decided to play at South Carolina. So how did Coach Knotts prepare you to play at the next level?
Oh man, he taught me everything. Like as far as just holding myself accountable, just looking at the man in the mirror. You can't depend on nobody else to make the play. It's on you. So
what was your favorite moment playing at Carolina?
Oh well, my favorite memory playing at South Carolina when we beat Alabama. That was probably one of the best games ever, one of the best feelings ever. They was #1 in the country. Had Trent Richardson, Mark Ingram. Had a whole bunch of big-time first-round draft picks. And I mean, we did too, but we were still underrated, and we tore them up. Garcia had probably one of the best games he had in his life. Alshon Jeffrey had one of the best games he had in his life. And I mean, we took care of business and won in Williams-Brice for our crowd. I remember my first game playing was at LSU. And it was raining. It was on CBS, a 3:30 game. That was my first game starting. And we lost that game. And this is how I knew I was surrounded by a bunch of losers. Because after the game, I was in the locker room and I was crying. I was a freshman. I was only 17 years old in the SEC playing a big-time game. And I wanted to win that bad. I was in the locker room crying. And everybody else was like laughing and playing and stuff. And I'm looking around like, well, what's wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been around guys like this. Like, so I mean, that's when I realized that was the main thing wrong on the team. We had a whole bunch of losers on the team, but then that's why the one thing about our recruiting class, we was the #1 recruiting class in the country when we went to South Carolina, and we all became one. Me, Melvin Ingram, Chris Culver, Wesley Saunders. We all became one, and we said we was going to change the tradition of the program. Trey Robinson, Cliff Matthews, Mark Barnes, we was all winners. And that just changed the whole program around from that day.